It's easy enough to bill customers for just about anything in Powercode, but when we're talking about billing for overage services, it gets a little more complicated. So let's take a look at this customer as a good example for how we've set up overages and how that looks like on their bill. On the Services tab, we can see that they have a 5x1 residential plan as well as the overage standard plan for $1.50 per gigabyte of overage. Now, if we go to the Services page in Powercode, we can take a look at that internet plan, and most of this is just basic information. The piece that we really want to look at is monthly megabytes. Now, if we were looking at a customer that did not have the overage plan on their account, this value doesn't really mean anything because the throttling after usage is exceeded and the one-time overage charge, those are both turned off. So in this case, since he does have the overage plan, that overage plan is going to look at the monthly megabytes and say, okay, we have 10,000 megabytes, 10 gigs of data, that's what's included in the plan. Now, if we look at the overage service plan, we can see that each bucket of data is going to be $1.50, and that's per 1,000 megabytes of overage. Now, we also have the option to set a free period. I don't currently have this turned on, but if you want to say not count data usage between 2 and 4 in the morning, some kind of off period time, you can basically just deselect the hours for that period of time, and then Powercode will disregard that amount of data for the overage calculation. Back on the customer's account, if we go to the billing tab, we'll see that they were charged for 9 gigabytes of overage and the normal plan, the taxes, insurance, and so on. Now, the question is, how is this visible to the customer? How is this visible to you? So from the overview, if we go down to the usage box, we can see usage on a minute by minute, current month by day, and also prior 12 months. And the prior 12 months is what we're really interested in here because it tells us the amount of data that was used on a monthly basis. So for July, we have 18.24 gigabytes. We know that they had 10 gigs included in their service plan, so it rounds up to the next gigabyte because it's a bucket of data. So the 9 gigabytes that they were charged in overage is absolutely correct. If we did have free usage set up, then you would be able to see that part of this graph would be colored green and the other part would be colored blue to indicate the difference between the amount they used that was free versus billable usage, and that billable usage is what is used in the calculation for how much overage they actually owe you for.